I would like to call Chef Subrata Debnath on stage to address the audience.
Good afternoon, students and the faculty members. Thank you to Mr. Xavier, Professor Ganguly, Mr. Ghosh, and my colleagues, Chef Bali, Mr. Jaswal and Shoshish for the wonderful day we are having here. And I thank everybody for giving opportunity to the part of this seminar and to talk to the students and share my journey with 3 decades which I have completed. Coming to the point, hotel industry or hospitality industry is not only to become a chef, it is the experience what we are giving to all our guests. Whether you are in front office or you are in F&B service or you are being a chef or in housekeeping, we need to have the 5 things in mind. One is the empathy, next is the emotion, third is passion, then good teamwork, and last is the guest experience. Everybody in each department has been given an opportunity for him or her to prove where you are working. So emotion is first empathy. Wherever you are working, whether a chef, I'll talk more of a chef than in the other departments, you should be empathic to yourself to understand what the guest needs, what they are looking for. And you put yourself in their shoes to understand, then to be better rigid, I will not serve this or I will not make them and it is not in the menu. And to have an emotional connect with the guest, to understand their feelings. Or you have a family in the hotel, they're coming for a breakfast and you see a kid and they're having a birthday and it's a surprise for you. So how do you make the day enlightened for the kid? Then you should be passionate on what work you do. It has to come from your heart. If you have a passion, then you can achieve your goal. But if you are compelled to do something, then you cannot reach your goal. Means somebody is driving you, ki mere ko karna hai. It's not that. It has to come from inside what I'm supposed to do. Then you have a colleague working with you. You cannot reach your goal without your colleague's help. So you have to have a teamwork with all of you. Has to work as a team, and then only can be a successful chef and successful team member. And last, you have to come out. You have to think out of the box, which you have to deliver to your guest. Suppose you see a long-staying guest staying with you, and you come to know that he is from abroad and he has come to Calcutta. So why don't you give him a Delhi? He is having a Western food or Italian food, any food. Why don't you give him a thali, Bengali thali? So that will give him a little boost to understand the local culture, the local trend, the local cuisine, and the guest will be delighted. So this is an experience for him which will carry with him. My father, I come from Jamshedpur. So my father was an engineer in Tata Steel and he wanted me to become an engineer too. And I was studying engineering. But I had a father's friend, son. He was a chef in Taj, Chef Udi's Circle. He is now in London. He inspired me and from him I took this inspiration. And I took 100 rupees for my sister. So I'll give you an exam of hotel management, which my father was not aware of it. And I used to study in Suratkal, Bangalore. So I gave IHM exam and I got through IHM Bangalore. So I shifted from engineering to hotel management. I did my hotel management. I did my training all in Taj Group of Hotels. Then I joined Taj as an MT in Bangalore. Unluckily or luckily, I met with the accident. And it was a serious accident. I was going to the office and I was driving myself in the bike and I met with the accident. And then I was airlifted and I was taken to hospital CMC Village and went for open heart surgery. My GM was very good and they told me, you cannot become a chef. So you have to change your line. I said, no, don't worry. I will take 6 months rest. And then I'll go 6 months to F&B controls and front office. I make sure I come back to kitchen again. So, Taj was very kind enough to take it on a right manner. And I joined back the kitchen and I became a successful chef de partie. After my training was 2 years, it was extended for more 2.5 years and I became a CDP there. Unluckily, see, after that, and I did all my trainings in Chinese kitchen because I want to do something in Chinese. I had minding Chinese or Asian food is something where you can learn. So I got an opportunity to do all of the training or opportunity to work in the Golden Dragon, Memories of China, House of Ming, Tea House of the August Moon, this Shinojari Taj Bengal. These are the best Chinese restaurant of Taj. But after that I got a job in Dubai, Abu Dhabi with Hilton, and I was supposed to join cold kitchen. It was a bolt from the blue because I never worked in the cold kitchen, so I knew what it was, but never gave up. So I started seeing what my colleagues are doing, what the chefs are doing, what they are learning. And I remember in 1995, I managed to get a bronze and a silver medal in MAFIC's culinary competition in the cold kitchen. So what I tell you guys, that kitchen is a place where you have to work with your heart. You have to learn things. You have to have patience. You should not do anything shortcut. Nothing shortcut. 5 years of job, you need to understand what you do. You have to have your basics right. And please forget to become a laptop chef. Everybody will become a chef by seeing the recipes. It's not like that. Your mother cooks good food than you. Why? Because she is doing that work last 20, 30 years, same thing. Learn from your mother or grandmother what they are doing, how they are working. That will help you out. Nowadays we are going to the lost recipes. So whatever you do in the kitchen, where other cold kitchen, hot kitchen, Chinese, Conti, bakery, Gadmanjan, everywhere is art. You cannot do any nonsense, and bakery and pastry much more difficult. There you have to have everything with the measurement, right temperature, right degree of baking, right degree of fermenting. You cannot manipulate, and there is no shortcut in cooking. The moment you do shortcut, you lead to shortcut, and you have to have patience in life. 5 years you have to struggle, you have to see, and nowadays if you are smart, you see what your colleagues are doing, what your seniors are doing. Because nowadays boys, our colleagues, what I see, the students, they are impatient. You cannot be impatient. You have to have a patience yourself, and you have to see what you are supposed to do. And many of the TVs, and I believe, it is my emotion, many of TV serials and TV things are spoiling the people. There are good serials, good like your... we have this show, the Master Chef, they really show you the things what you are doing. But the moment you think, "Arey, hum to sab jante hain, sab kar lenge," till date I am learning. Every day is a learning from me. Because that day you go to the hotel, you see new things coming up. You go to a new restaurant, new things are coming up. So this is called the fitness of the survival. I am not scaring you all, but this is that hardcore fact of the truth, that you have to start your career with a low pace, and if you are management trainee or you are HOMT, even before you go for a food trial, you should plan your food trial, what you are supposed to go. I am sharing my experience of last 3 years in Taj. We took, the people came for a food trial, nobody passed. Nobody we can take as a HOMT. From any of the college in Calcutta. It was a very sad story. I know, because COVID was there, people could not get the opportunity, but that is different. There are people, there are students who shine from here also. You give one hand, we will give one hand. If you don't show interest, then neither anybody will show you interest. The main thing is today's world. You should make your plan कि मेरे को कैसे आगे बढ़ना है, मेरे को क्या करना है. In what is my 5 years goal? What is my 10 years goal? Other than this, you have a goal in mind, you cannot do. Daily you come to daily you do the routine work and go. No. Start with cleaning. Start with daily planning. That is the basic misapla. Learn the butchery work. Learn the gadmanjar work. नहीं butchery में नहीं काम करना है. That is bullshit. नहीं काम करेंगे वो सब पकड़ना है. No. That is will make your base. Learn to make the soup, learn to make the stock, learn to how to cut the vegetables. From there you learn to make the dishes. Until you have a proper mizapla, you cannot do. Like one of the professor asks about the recipe costing, F&B controls. You should have a recipe. Every item what you make has to have a recipe. Recipe, without that you can't do anything. Then you have to have a proper method of cooking. Once your experience of 5 to 10 years, then you can experience your expertise into this. But don't think that I am in Indian, I know better, I am in Chinese, I know better. Everybody has got an equal right to work everywhere and to learn everything in life. Nowadays people have become multi-skilling. So first learn your basics, then you become multi-skilling. But don't jump into conclusion or see the TV and go by Facebook and WhatsApp and Instagram photograph and start doing all these things. That is not the way it should be. It is my personal belief or personal thought I am sharing with you all. I am more into practical than to give you more of lecture. I will be more in practical, what is the really day-to-day life. When you come for training, tell the chefs, this is my agenda. Tell the training manager, I want to plan my 6 months or 4 months of training or 4 weeks of training in this way. First week in Gadmajar, second week in butchery, third week in bakery, fourth week in this. Then see what you say. And then before you leave, you give a food trial. Sir, this I have learned. And when you go for a food trial in the final exams, you please prepare this 4 to 5 to 6 times. See where you reach. Take the thing seriously. Hotel management is not a joke. I am telling to everybody. They think the first year okay time pass किया, second year third year निकल जाऊंगा. No. आप जैसे करोगे आपको ऐसे मिलेगा. I am very clear and very honest to you all. If you work hard, you will get your results. And you have books like X-Coffee here. You have books like Chef Prasad. Chef Bali has written so many books. Krishna Arora. Read those books. Learn the method of cooking. Learn the basics. You have so many authors there. Learn how to be a professional in the kitchen. One is the theoretical and one is the practical. Both have to balance. And how to manage. Today you are a trainee. Tomorrow you will become a chef. So you should learn first. Ask the seniors. Be with them. Have a friendly relation. Tomorrow they should listen to you when you become a chef. So every stage has got their way of growing. First 5 years, be domicile, just learn, do the basic, see what you're giving, take opportunity, ask the chef to give you more empowerment, go to live stations, talk to the guest, do something new. Once the chefs gets a belief that this guy can do, there are 3-4 students in, I don't know, from this batch, they used to come to Taj, they used to come for the casual training, and I told the training manager, only these boys I want there, because they are so much eye for detail, they are so much hands-on, and they have so much creativity. There's 3 Sadaji boys who used to come there for training, and I don't know the names, but they were so good. So if you do good, if you are learning, want to write, if you want to showcase, if you want to take interest, the chefs and the F&B team also will show you everything. It goes for all the departments. It's good to be smart than to be over smart. Work smartly, not donkey life. You should balance your work and balance your profession and time and work management. जब हम काम करते हैं, हमको काम करना चाहिए. You go for 1,000 one time for a cigarette break, this break, that break. No. And when to enjoy life, enjoy life. Both should not be mixed. Do not carry your outside or personal life into your work. Both has to be balanced. Then you can work nicely. And if you want to learn more or be in the kitchen more, it lives to you. The more the hard work you do, the more the dividend you will get back. There is a very thumb rule in kitchen. Thank you very much. I think I am able to make you people understand.